Okay, so my apologies. I am finally getting back to making some more videos. I've had a lot going on lately. I know that's no excuse. Sorry I let any of you guys down. But I thought this would be a little fun video to do. I don't know if some of you guys do those home run challenges, and I've never really have. I've gotten the cards and sold them on eBay. I'm trying to stop selling individual cards on eBay because it ends up being a hassle. So I've decided, hey, I'm going to play these home run challenges and see what happens. And I took a shot with Fernando Tatis earlier in June. I took him to hit a home run on June 25th, and then he went on the injured list on the 21st. So no go. I do not win anything on that. But I was like, all right, I've got four other cards from this year. I have a sweet Byron Buxton, which is, I don't know if that's, there we go, a sweet Byron Buxton. That's going to be the one we're talking about today. I also have in the future coming up a Paul Goldschmidt, who I'll tell you right now, Goldschmidt, I'm going to try to get in there when they play Colorado. I think it's in September. Yeah, end of September, 24th through the 26th. I'll try to get him in there. I got a Julio Rodriguez, and then I've got a Randy Rosarino. So I picked out games for all of them, or at least series that I'm like, all right, these are the games I want to go with. However, you know me, I fancy myself an analytic type person. And I was like, man, I'm gonna break this down as best I can. And I'm gonna look at all these Byron Buxton stats and I'm gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna figure out which games he's gonna hit these home runs and who he's gonna do it against and all this stuff. So I started looking at it and I was like, well, let me see who he hits best against, at least this season. And so I looked on there and I was like, ooh, Arizona. He's hitting 545 against Arizona this season, but doesn't have another series in Arizona. He hits better at home batting average wise, but he's only hit 2 home runs this year so far at home. So he's hit, which makes sense. I mean, it's a big ballpark. So on the road, he's hit 5 home runs. Lower batting average, but 5 home runs. And so I was like, all right, it needs to be a road game against a team that he, hits well against. And so far, I was like, Arizona, no more games. I was like, or at least none that met my criteria. And I was like, the White Sox hit 429 against the White Sox. And then I look and I'm like, he hits lefties better than he hits righties. And I was like, let me see if I can find a lefty. And, the lefty, their top lefty is actually a halfway decent pitcher. And so I was like, all right, let me find a guy that he hits well against. And so I was like, boom, Chris Flexen. So Chris Flexen, he's hitting 700 against in his career with a couple home runs. So I was like, this is going to be the guy. I think it's like 2 home runs. I was like, this is going to be the guy. I was like, let me try to figure out in my head, which I could have completely screwed this up. So it may end up being a no-go. I was like, let me sit down and figure out when he's pitching. And so I looked and I was like, it looks to me like he's throwing on July 3rd. And that would mean that he's throwing again in the pitching rotation on the 8th because they got a 5-man rotation because they've got somebody on the injured list. And so I was like, let me figure this out. I think it's Clevenger that's on the injured list. So they got Crochet, Fetty, Flexen, Thorpe, and Cannon. And Cannon was thrown tonight, I believe. And then that's kind of how I figured it out. Was all right. Flexen's going to be thrown on the 8th because he's scheduled to throw again on the 3rd. And I was like, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to make this happen. And so I was like, I'm going to put it in there. We're going to give this a try. If you guys want to try it with me, you're more than welcome to. But so on July 8th, I've got Byron Buxton hitting a home run against Chris Flexen. All this is probably going to fall apart. Buxton's probably going to go on the injured list. Flexen's probably not even going to throw that night. It's probably going to be Crochet. And I don't know. But I'm just taking a shot at it for fun. Like I said, this is the first time I've done it. If you guys want to try it with me, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you can just watch me either crash and burn or have great success. Now, I did not take the option for the over 425-foot home run because Buxton's only hit 1 or 2, I think 2 maybe this year. And like one of them was like 424. So I don't foresee one of his home runs being over 425. I mean, it's possible. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it maybe. Who knows? I just broke down all his home runs over the last season, I think it was, and only had like 2 home runs that went over 425. So I just stuck with that. We're going to go with it. Like I said, if you guys want to join me, I'm on July 8th, Byron Buxton home run. I apologize if I am way off and somebody does follow me and it doesn't happen, but I just thought it'd be fun to give this a try. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys at least watch the game or at least pay attention and see how poorly I did on my great analytical mind. And I appreciate everybody watching this video. I'll have some more stuff coming along soon. Hopefully, I bought some new product and stuff. So my next video is going to be me going through. I had somebody in town that was getting rid of a few cards. It was mainly just like a trash bag full of cards, so they're not necessarily in the greatest shape, but they did have some unsealed packs, which I can give you guys a sneak peek of that actually, if you're interested in it. We had some 1992 Series 3 Top Stadium Club, and then we had, and there's a box. I'd say it's missing probably 2 packs. And then we've got a 92 Upper Deck Baseball box, and it's probably missing 3 or 4 packs out of it. One of them was already opened. The packs were. And I'll show you guys when I go through all the loose cards that they had. Most of the cards in there were loose cards. There were 2 boxes of these packs of cards, which I will open up on my various channels, and my other stuff like that. So appreciate you guys for watching this video. Tag along. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm going to crash and burn my Buxton, and if I jinx Byron Buxton again, I apologize. You can watch one of my other videos over here somewhere, and if you want to, you can subscribe over here to see the upcoming stuff that we've got going on, and to see these other. I will do a video for each one of these picks, and I will break it down for you guys on my home run challenge. And if you want to join me, super. If not, I do not blame you.